Yo, Dimitri, check it out. This is our next guest.
Oh, who's that?
Her name is Chiara. She's a high-level soccer player.
Soccer player? I thought you were getting a real athlete.
Yo, Dimitri, you good? Malaka, wake up.
Bro, what the hell was that, bro? Baseball bat or what?
Nah, man, that was her.
It was 7v7 soccer.
Yeah.
And I was just like sprinting towards the girl and she just like gunned the ball.
Okay.
Like, super hard. And I was just I did not like stop for 1 second. Knocked me like fully back. And
Wow.
I think on that one, maybe for like a few seconds, I kind of blacked out. And then
Okay.
I woke up like scared and I was like, what the fuck happened?
Wow.
Yeah, and then that one, I think I got injections again. So the first time I got injections was actually like a study they were doing or something. And then
So you were kind of like just to see if it works?
Yeah,
Okay.
it did. And then by my third one, it was like a thing. Or where was the 2004 FIFA? Am I allowed to know this?
Yes, it was in Greece.
Oh, you said it?
No.
No, you
I'm
just
telling
said
you.
It was in Greece, right?
It was in Greece.
Yeah.
No way Greece won in their home country. There's no way.
Wait, no,
Welcome everybody to the DNA Fitness Podcast. I am, of course, Danny Drip Drip here with a fun and incredible guest. But first, I want to thank everybody again for supporting us, and also our former guests, Surush and Tatev, which we're going to call them anti-vaxxers, even though they don't like that. We had a fantastic conversation, very smart people. It's always good to take somebody else's point of view before judging. And like I always say, you might not agree with them, but you'll end up respecting them a whole lot than you did before. So that being said, go check it out if you haven't seen it. But now today, we're taking it up a notch as far as guests are concerned. Won't you agree, Dimitri?
Let's go.
Yes. So we have here Miss Chiara Babinski, right? I got it right?
Yes,
At least I
second
attempted.
time.
Hi, Chiara. How are you?
I'm good.
So, Chiara, the idea of having you here is because, as people will are about to learn, you were a pretty high-level soccer player.
Some would say.
Some would say, like, so I want to go through a bit of your career and as a football player, what are you doing these days? And we're gonna have some laughs, and yeah, that's what it's gonna be. You ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Yeah, very, very, very enthusiastic. So okay, so soccer or football, whatever, depending on our European friends might be mad if we say soccer, but football. When did this passion start? How old were you? How did it begin?
I was about 5 years old. I can't say I wanted to play soccer at that time, but my mom was going crazy finding stuff for me to do. I mean, she put me through tennis, taekwondo, judo. What else did I play? A bunch of stuff. And one day she decided to put me in soccer. I didn't want to. I was shy. I didn't want to try out with other people.
Yeah.
I did it. Turns out everyone from my elementary was there, and started from there.
Were you more comfortable with individual sports, or like team sports was something new, or?
Yeah, team sports was something new. I don't believe I used to do gymnastics, also individual, when I was I can't even remember.
Okay.
And then I think soccer was the first team sport that I did. Yeah.
So they put you through all of this because you were a turbulent child, or?
Yeah, I had to move all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. I was a good kid, but I had to move.
That's
so
my
my
daughter,
mom was
so my daughter's exactly the same, so I'm gonna keep notes here. So 5 years old, what they took you to play? You didn't watch it on TV or anything like that?
No, I don't think I watched it before, and I don't think I was that familiar with the sport. At that time, it was house league they call it here, I think. And it was in Dorval, and we had some tryouts, and that's all I remember.
And did the passion happen immediately? Like the first time you kicked the ball, you're like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do, or
I think so. I think after my like tryout, if
Yeah.
you can call it that at that age, I came home and I was pretty excited. But this is all from
a
what I
blur.
remember. Yeah, what my mom told me. It was a really long time ago. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
really not. I know some people remember their like
Yeah,
childhood
yeah.
memories. I'm really bad. I don't know.
All right. So then you played. What's the highest level you played?
I played semi-pro. I think 2 summers ago.
2 summers ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
I played like uni also before that, but I had to stop for reasons we
Yeah,
will
that
talk
we're
about
gonna
later.
get into. So you from 5 till you are what now?
24.
24. So till about 22 years old, you kept playing.
Yeah.
What position do you play?
So I was always a player that was moved around.
Okay.
I'd say my favorite position is midfielder, center mid.
Okay. Yeah.
But I've often played winger. In CEGEP, I played Division 1 and I was defense, which I hadn't. I was like center defense, and I never played that before. But for some reason, my coach thought I'd be good there, and I guess I was pretty good.
Okay.
I've played forward before too. So yeah, you could say everywhere except keeper.
Okay, very nice. And you see, I am a sports fan, and with the World Cup happening right now, I was excited to do this one, this interview, so much that I kind of forgot one thing. I get what you might be a little not shy, but like, we're gonna get into it a little better after this. I always give an icebreaker to our to our guests. So your choices are, there's not many today. There's 2, right? That's what we have, 2 choices. So
Yeah, 2 choices.
okay, so you can either have a drink to loosen up, or take that jar. There's a paper where it says fucked up jokes, and you just tell a joke to the people, and then they'll know you have a good sense of humor, and we can move on from there. Or you like your drink. It's whatever you want.
So your choices are to embarrass yourself or to embarrass yourself?
Yes, pretty much.
Who says I'm gonna embarrass myself by drinking?
Oh, look at! Don't forget, she's Polish.
Take the drink. Take the drink. You'll be the first.
So,
Really?
So it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Nobody
everybody-
drinks?
Nobody
Oh.
drinks. Nobody drinks.
Well, all the more reason.
There you go. Go for it. So
Okay.
right here, I used to bartend.
I don't know what that is.
It's rum.
Okay.
It's delicious rum. Diplomatico. Dominican, I think, or Cuban. Supposed to know how to read Spanish. Let's just say it's rum.
It's gonna be first time I see myself on video taking
Here.
a shot.
I'm a nice guy, so I'm not gonna let you drink alone. Dimitri's never drank in his life, so he's not gonna join us.
All right.
There you go. Cheers to what?
The
Poland?
podcast?
To the podcast. There you
Yes,
go.
go Poland.
Go Poland. There you go. It's delicious.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Gonna have
Fries.
to order more.
I'll chase with some water though.
All right. So now we're loosened up. Everything's good. You're playing as a midfielder, is your favorite position. You have mentioned that you had to stop playing. So what happened exactly?
All right. So I've had a lot of concussions.
There you go.
Some would say too many.
Okay.
I wouldn't exactly say that.
How many
but,
are we talking about?
4 that I know of
Oh.
diagnosed.
Okay. Well, there you
Probably
go.
at least 5. Because when I was like a kid, I fell off a counter and then I just woke up on the couch.
Oh, there you go.
Years later, I was like, Mom, Dad, why didn't you take me to the hospital back then? And they were
Yeah.
like, you were perfectly like aware. But I don't remember anything. I
Wow.
just fell off the counter and woke up on the couch. So, that wasn't diagnosed. Back then, concussions didn't exist.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't hear about CTE or all those things.
Yeah.
So 4 or maybe 5 concussions playing soccer.
Yeah, actually, one playing flag football.
Okay. Well, it's because just Dimitri doesn't think soccer is much of a sport, and if you say women's soccer, oof. Anyways, we'll get back to that later. But that shows that It's pretty rough sport
Yeah.
too. It's not only hockey and football here. All right. So first concussion. How did it happen? Do you remember?
Yes, I remember. I was in 5th grade, elementary. We played futsal, so
Fifth grade.
Yeah.
Like you're what? 10 years old? 9, something like that.
9, 10, 9,
Okay.
yeah, something like that.
I failed a bunch of grades, so I don't know what age you're
It was
supposed
in
to
a
be.
futsal, so like indoor soccer
Okay.
on a gym, and some girl really like tripped me, like kind of like got a, what do you call it, like a rug
Oh,
pulled out from
okay,
under
okay.
me, yeah.
And your
I
back of the
knocked
head?
my back of my
Oh,
head
okay,
on
okay.
the gym floor, and my eyes were like rolling back. Like the coach like asked me to come up, like get up and walk to him, and I was like,
Oh my god.
so he grabbed me in his arms and he like brought me out of the gym, met my parents, and they were like, okay, bring her to the hospital, whatever. But back then, again, like concussions, it just wasn't really a thing. So when I got to the hospital, they put like some neck brace, and they sent me home saying I had a cervical sprain,
Okay.
something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. I went home, and I think I took a week off, but then I went back to sports. But my head always hurt. It always
Okay,
hurt. So
okay.
then we went back to a hospital, not the same one. That one was just like near where I was playing.
The
but
closest one.
a pretty
like,
shit
yeah,
hospital,
yeah,
I think.
Let's not say the name.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then that's when they told me I had a concussion, but no protocol, nothing, just like go back to sports when, your head doesn't hurt anymore.
Okay.
I don't remember how long it took, but I probably went back too early.
Okay. Okay.
For sure. That's for sure. Because the second time I got a concussion, that was in Sec 3 high
Okay.
school. And when I got a concussion then, there was like a full protocol. Like there was a special concussion clinic at the hospital for head traumas, whatnot.
Nice,
and it
nice,
was like a
nice.
whole new thing. That took me a really long time to come back from. Almost exactly the same thing happened. And Sec 3 futsal hit my head on the gym floor.
Okay.
It was like,
And that was like 5 years later?
yeah, is that 5 years later?
Okay.
I mean, 4 years later.
4 years later. So
Yeah.
you had a period there where you're still enjoying the game
Yeah.
and not
But they
not
say
injured.
that, women's soccer, that every time you do a header, you get a tiny concussion. That women shouldn't be doing headers because our neck muscles aren't strong enough.
Oh wow. It goes with what we were saying last time, women shouldn't play sports, remember? I wasn't saying that. So for real, that's crazy to hear that. I played only soccer with friends on the on the pitch, whatever, in the park. We would find a ball with players that want to play, so we'd play. And I remember one of our friend that was like the best. He used to say like, just run in the middle and I'm gonna center it. But when you center, you kick under the ball to make it like he would just kick
direct.
it, yeah. And you're man, so put your head in front, or else you get called all kinds of names. And I put my head a bunch of like stupid times. So I don't know. I don't think I ever got a concussion from that because I don't remember losing consciousness or anything
You
like
don't
that.
gotta lose consciousness to
Oh,
have
there
a
you go.
concussion.
So like probably it explains a lot now.
Probably,
like,
yeah.
probably ended up being a trainer. So you get your second concussion, and at that point, do they take you off the game longer, or they make you come back too fast again?
No. So at that point, I had a pretty strict protocol. I don't remember the details, but basically, you have to be able to like return to school before sports. Like, if you say you're okay for sports, but you can't focus like school and stuff, that's no go. You still have to.
Okay.
Everything has to be good. I think it took me like probably a few months, like maybe 4 or 5 months that time.
Okay.
It was pretty long.
So what was it? You can't play ball, and
The first weeks you're just a vegetable. Depends how bad your concussion is,
was,
but
yeah.
I was a vegetable like the first few weeks.
Okay. So no sports.
Not even
whatsoever.
school. Like
You weren't even going to
I was
school?
yeah. I think I was home for at least a week. I was home, maybe 2. Then I come to school and I'm in class, but I kind of leave class if it's not like working.
you're
If I'm not feeling good.
Okay.
But even then, like the school wasn't that nice.
Mhm.
And I remember my dad was so mad because I'm not gonna say what school I went to, but
Shitty hospital, shitty school.
like a year later or something, I don't know. They did like this whole interview on TV of the football players, because my school was big on the football team, where they were like, yeah, we take care of concussions, like we have this whole thing. But for the girl soccer players or whatever, the other sports, like, didn't really care that much. So my dad was like so mad. But it was fine. It was good enough. I know that the people around me, like the teachers and the...
If you keep giving
They were
clues,
nice,
we're going to
yeah.
figure out what school it was. So big on soccer. No.
All right. Next concussion.
So what after that happens, do you any moment think, okay, maybe I'm going to stop playing this because, my head's health is more important, or you're just like...
Only by my 4th concussion.
Okay, so we have
Before
to
that,
go.
exactly. Before that, I was like, no way.
So how long before the next one?
First year CEGEP, so probably, what was that? Like,
Another 5 years.
Like say 3 to CJ.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
like,
another 2 years, 3, 4 years. Again, the same thing.
yeah.
I don't know.
pretty much.
Again, I failed a lot. Like, when I finished high school, most people were going to college. I went to that school when, like, you make up for all the classes you fucked up there.
Adulted.
It wasn't adults. It was all the losers from the same school that we had cried saying goodbye a month earlier, and then we just see, oh, you're here too. Like all the shit students were there, and I was like, oh, okay, well, my people, right? So again, you enjoyed a kind of 4 years of like still fun. Then what happened?
I mean, there were other injuries, but we'll get into that.
Those let's focus on the main one. That's the biggest injuries you had.
Of course,
right?
yeah.
And what happened on the third one?
Third one was the flag football one. We were in Florida. We had a tournament there, and I got kicked in the head by one of my own teammates because I like dove to unflag someone, and she was coming in like this way to...
Okay, so you're just like...
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Man,
That's
you're
pretty bad.
intense. I
kept
flag
playing.
football. I don't think I dove ever.
I kept playing, and the ref was like, how many fingers? And you just took me out after.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Okay. Special type of girl there. You going at it no matter what there.
I think, girl flag football is intense. Like,
Imagine.
it's not contact, but it's contact. Like, it's way more contact than you would think. Yeah. We need to wear mouthpieces, and I think it's legit.
Yeah, because like you think always, oh, there's no contact, it's gonna be fine, but accidents like that, I'm sure, happen all the time because two people go for one player, he moves, something happens, they both hit each other. Yeah, no, very, very dangerous. What were like symptoms you were having? Like were you like, I don't know, I got one concussion, and it was super rough for me to get that concussion, but after I was like, the light annoyed me, like sharp sounds were like, what were you feeling?
Yeah, so light sensitivity, sound, huge migraines, like headaches and stuff. Like, I had to take like migraine medication, and I don't know what concussion, probably starting the second one actually. I had to go in and get these like nerve blocks. So they like, they like inject, I think it's like a numbing thing because for my headaches, because my head hurt so much.
Okay.
And they would put it here and here, and it wasn't fun, but then it would help.
What is it, a kind of a gel or like?
It's a liquid. It's like they call it a nerve block, I think, but it just numbs like your whole head, and it helps for headaches.
My God. Okay.
It's an injection?
Yeah. It's an injection.
Wild.
Well, yeah, and at this point, doesn't like I know your dad, by the way. I'm gonna go ask him questions after this. Didn't he say like daughter, go play tennis or like volleyball or something? I don't know, something where your head is not at stake there.
No, I think my parents knew I loved the sport too much to ask me to step away.
To step away, my God.
Yeah.
But this one was in flag football, so it's not, we can't blame it on soccer again. But you mentioned the fourth, and I think we can blame soccer again for this one, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But this one, like wasn't that bad. I think if it was my first one, probably wouldn't have been that bad. But since it was my fourth, and this one happened like almost exactly a year after the third one, it was just essentially it was 7v7 soccer.
Yeah.
And I was just like sprinting towards the girl, and she just like gunned the ball,
Okay.
like super hard, and I was just run. I did not like stop for 1 second. Knocked me like fully back, and
Wow.
I think on that one maybe for like a few seconds I kind of blacked out, and then
Okay.
I woke up like scared, and I was like, what the fuck happened?
Wow.
Yeah, and then that one I think I got injections again. So the first time I got injections was actually like a study they were doing or something, and then
So you were kind of like just to see if it works?
Yeah,
Okay.
it did, and then by my third one it was like a thing.
Okay. So you got it again.
Yeah.
And that was like I don't like using this expression, but the death blow, saying like that's it for you, or
The fourth one?
yeah,
That's when I started like questioning if maybe
if this sport is for you.
yeah, it was really, really, really hard that time. Pretty depressing, you know, it was just a vegetable, and I don't know if people know this, but obviously a big symptom from concussions is depression. Like it's really hard. Yeah, so I was like in a hole, and I was finding it very hard to come out of that hole. So that's when I started thinking maybe I should try a non-contact sport, whatnot, because I didn't want to feel like that anymore. Then my mom got me a puppy.
Okay. That's a good way to distract you and keep you from hurting your head.
Yeah, and so I kind of like this is gonna sound very cheesy, but like my dog helped me like come back from my concussion.
Nice.
Like just focusing on taking care of my puppy, and just because I was just a vegetable at home, I couldn't go to school. Like I could not do anything related to school for so long, and then I just got this puppy, and I was like, hey, I have something to do. Like
To take care of and keep your mind off things.
exactly. And then I got back to normal, and then I was like, hey, let's go soccer time.
Soccer again. So just a side note here. Was you told me that girl that she just blasted the ball at you. Was it this girl by any chance? You can see the video, right?
Yeah. No, that was me.
That was you. That was you play. You can put this for our listeners and their viewers. It's the most roughest, meanest female soccer player I've ever seen. Even all soccer players together, even men. Like I haven't seen guys.
Even men? What do you mean even men? Women are literally worse. It's so bad.
Easy. We're gonna get into something
women's
here.
soccer
But
is
did you see-
like is so much more contact than men's.
It's dirtier.
Yeah, it's dirtier, 100%.
Why do you think? Why do you think that is?
I don't know, because girls are mean.
So yeah, we'll link this video. Is one of my favorite videos. Well, it's not really funny, but she's just beating the hell out of everybody. There's a girl with a long ponytail.
I've seen probably at least 15 girls like that through my
Really?
whole.
She's not, to me, this girl is unique. But
I've
like, you're
literally
telling me,
seen a girl go up to someone and just like
punch them
yeah,
right in the face.
knock
Oh,
her.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So you see, men aren't the only ones with anger issues, apparently. So we'll link this video for people. So it was just a way to have fun with it. So now you get your fourth concussion. You say, okay, I'm going back to play. But now I know the story. But for our listeners, now you're going into uni soccer, or like?
There was so I was finishing actually, so I did like 3 years and a half of CJEP. You can take that out.
I did 4.
I did none.
Okay.
Meeting of the minds here.
Well, actually, I say that making fun of myself, but it was literally because of my concussions. Like I had to take classes, like less classes, because I just couldn't take more classes.
It was because of my concussions too.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, it was because of drugs. I have no excuse.
All right, Ewan.
So now you want to play, I'm assuming, for your university?
A play?
No, you
I wanted to play. Yeah. Sorry. So I had like a CJEP left, but then I got other injuries, so I didn't play. But yes, I wanted to play uni. High hopes, everyone coming out of CJEP who plays a relatively high level wants to play in uni, and they, also. Oh shit! I shouldn't mention it. You should probably take that out.
But that's not the shit school, though.
That is the shit school.
Oh, okay.
Shit school to be.
We're gonna be like, we're gonna bleep some of these things. All right.
Yeah. So exactly, I was super excited to play, and over the summer. Okay, so I was starting uni during a winter semester.
Yeah.
So I played with the uni soccer team during that winter semester. They kind of during the winter season, they kind of, you can't just like go like if you're absolute poop, like they're not gonna take you. But they'll kind of take people. They kind of know where they come from, whatever. But they'll take everyone.
Somebody fell down. Sorry. Scared the fuck out of me. Yeah. So
they won't take anyone, but they'll take most people. Like they're not doing big cuts. Then the winter season is kind of like to see everyone play.
Okay.
Then, and this is like, I had problems even before the concussion problem, but at the final of the winter season, I seriously injured my ankle.
Okay.
Like a 2nd degree sprain, which is like almost worse than 3rd degree because I couldn't get surgery, but all my ligaments were hanging by a thread. That was fun. And then, but around that time, so strangely enough, you can play during the winter season, and like the like rookie med visit is like after that, or kind of during, but they'll let you play without checking you out. But then I had my med visit, and the doctor saw that I had, she saw that I was taking Ritalin.
Okay.
Because I didn't know that I had a learning disability then, but I had gone to a
specialist or something.
Yeah, and she told me like because of my concussions, I had like, I guess I kind of had a concussion-induced learning disability.
Yeah, I can imagine it affected you. Okay.
Yeah, so I had like extra time during my exams and whatnot, and a doctor prescribed me some Ritalin to help me focus.
Okay.
It turns out in the university circuit, you can't use Ritalin unless you actually have a learning disability. Like, even though I had an official document that said that I had problems because of my concussions.
Okay.
Like, she's like, I can't let you, whatever. But then, no, sorry. So the fact that she questioned me about the Ritalin led to me telling her I had this document about my concussions. And then she's like, well, I can't let you play if you have this thing. Like,
wow. Okay. So had you never mentioned.
Yeah, had I never mentioned, I just
stopped your life too.
Exactly. Well, I don't know. We'll see. You'll see.
I sense that you there's a bit of bitterness that they didn't let you play.
Well, you'll see. Because it's mostly because I didn't feel like they're helping me. It just felt like they were protecting themselves because I had it written on paper. Okay. And it was like over the summer, I played. Okay, well. Let's take it back a bit. Okay, so she sees I have this document, and then she's like, can't let you play if that's true. So I'll have you take like another test with a specialist that's supposed to be some pro who's able to tell the difference. Concussions. Yeah, she's supposed to be able to tell the difference between concussions and like learning disabilities, really. Okay. Normally, when the girls have had a concussion in the past, they just do like an advanced little concussion test or whatnot that I probably would have passed. Okay. Honestly. But no, because I had this official document, I went to this lady and did like a super advanced thing, whatever. This was like over the summer, like it took a long time. It wasn't just one visit, whatever. So over the summer, first of all, at the beginning of summer, I was injured during that was my semi-pro season. Okay. I was injured at the beginning, but most of the girls I was playing with, I knew from the uni soccer, and we were all going to play together in the fall, and we were super excited because starting August, we have our like super intensive training camp, and we're all playing together. So I was injured for the most part of the semi-pro season. I played at the end, and then I was excited to start my uni season, and then like literally the day before, so it was a Friday. I had an appointment with the doctor, and Saturday the training camp was starting. Yeah. I go to the doctor. She had the official document from the specialist, whatever. and she scrolls down. Clearly, that was the first time she opened it. She hadn't read it before she met me, like, again.
Okay.
She scrolls down to, like, conclusions. It says, turns out I have a learning disability
Okay.
also, but some of my problems are due to concussions. She's like, oh, concussions, all right, can't let you play. That's it. That's it. My parents were there with me, and they got so mad. But that's it. Like, she
There
didn't
was an
care
argument?
at all.
You
My parents, I was shocked because in my head, there's no way they're gonna tell me, like, no. Like, there's no way it's just gonna be a no. I can't play.
Yeah.
So I was in denial. I really did not think that
You
there's
really
any way.
felt like probably defeated at that point.
So when I learned that, I was just like dead silent, and my parents were like, what the hell, they're talking, but she didn't look like she cared, like, at all. It was really just because it's written on paper compared
she
to
sees concussions.
Yeah.
This girl can't play.
But the problem is, like, at least 4 girls in my, like, group friend, like, my group of friends that we all played together and whatnot, they've all had concussions. They've had pretty bad ones. They've had doctors tell them that they couldn't play either, but not the official, like, the soccer team doctor, whatever, and they're still playing because they didn't have to do the thing. It wasn't written on paper. Like, if you have, like, the whole team do the test that I did, probably you lose, like, more than half the team.
Oh, okay.
So that's why it felt unfair. Like, it was just because I was honest. I had it on paper and whatnot, and you're just protecting yourselves because, like, I could technically sue you or whatnot if something happens to me.
Yeah, if let's say I get hit again and something bad happens.
And they were well aware, like, that I had in the past during my CEGEP been in a similar situation where I couldn't play because I was injured. It wasn't my concussion. I had another ankle injury, and it was hard with school. Like, obviously, learning disabilities, I've always had trouble at school. No sports, so I kind of fell into depression, and it was really hard, like, and the doctor was well aware that, like, these are some circumstances that will probably cause me to have a hard time. And she didn't care. She just tells me this and didn't follow up on it or anything. That's why.
Just protecting myself. So that's why you're bitter about it.
It's not like, look, you will, like, we'll do this, we'll keep you in for a bit just so you can, like, I don't know, feel like integrated something. Nothing. Like, he didn't care at all. The only person that was nice and very, like, worried about me and how I take it was the physio that was following me. She was super nice. Like, I had her through uni even when I played track and stuff. She was super nice. So she was the only one that was like, oh my God. But the doctor was like, not at all acting like she was just crushing my childhood dreams, you know? Like,
exactly. Just don't get me sued and we're all good.
And what's worse is that my dad, after that meeting, he, like, did a lot of research, and, like, turns out, like, it's so hard to tell the difference between really a learning disability and, like, post-concussion syndrome because so many of the symptoms are the same. Like, there's no real way you can really differentiate the two. Like there is, but there isn't. Like, my symptoms were so, like, the same that it really could have all been just because of my learning disability. Or it could just be that, like, my concussion wasn't so bad, Anyways,
just to so that the people know at home, your dad's a pharmacist, right?
Yeah.
So before they because you said he did his research and everything, so he's a pharmacist. He's qualified to do this. He's not another Surush or like our last guest. Our last guest is he did it. No, actually, he's a fantastic guy. He's a PhD in physics, but I like to tease him. So here we go. Hopefully, he listens to this and gets offended. So there you are. You are crushed. Is it fair to say? Then
what I was saying with my dad. So he did that research, and everything he found, he put, like, into fax, into an email.
To send to her?
Yeah, to the doctor and I think he CC'd the coach and everything, whatever.
Let me guess, she ignored it.
No reply. Yeah. Nothing. And even when I think we confronted her or something, and we, like, got another, because after all this, the specialist was charging me. And we were like, no way. Yeah. There's no way we're paying for that. They forced me to go there, and then they crushed my dreams. I'm not paying for that. And it's super expensive doing these, like...
these tests?
Yeah, it's like at least $1,000 or something. I don't know. So no way. And fine. Anyways, we had a meeting and she was like, "Oh, I never received that email." The specialist was CC too, and she was like, "Oh no.
Wow.
Did you send it to like it was literally to her like business email and whatever?" And
we'll link in their names
Yeah.
too, so people can send hate mail.
it's so bad. Oh.
Do you have their Facebook?
Yeah, let's look him up. So, okay, so obviously no more soccer, sad, whatever, but you're a fighter. As I have known you now for a few months, I know the story, and also tell us, how do you bounce back from this?
Yeah, so, my dad asked me, like, do you want me to keep pushing? Because I think we definitely had a base to, like, go higher up in the direction and, like, contest this or whatnot. But at that point, like, I was so, like, broken. Like, I was like, I need to, like, do something else. Like, I can't keep pushing for this and whatever.
Do
And
nothing.
it's kind of awkward with the girls. Like, imagine it works and then I come back after, like, it's just weird,
and don't you take somebody's spot too?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know how that would work. I mean, I still had to, like, take my own spot on the team. Like, I didn't even get really a chance to go till the end.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah. So that was that. And then I've in my head I always had that maybe I could do track and field.
There you go.
When I was in elementary, like elementary track and field is not really track and field, but we did like a little meet kind of, and with no practice. And after that I kind of liked it, and there was like a track coach that approached my mom, I think, and asked if I wanted to do it. But like I was also doing like 5 other sports, so it just like wasn't worth it. I had to focus on soccer at some point. Like when you're little, you do like 20 sports, but at some point you got to focus on one sport.
If you want to specialize in something.
But I always had track in my mind,
Okay.
It's a very like when you think of an athlete, you think of like
track and field. Yeah,
that's in my mind. That's what I think.
The some of them are considered the greatest athletes.
Right.
So so you go to the same team in the same school. The team.
Yeah. Well, so
school?
I asked for the contact information of the track and field coach.
Yeah.
Not thinking like that I would make that team, but more like maybe he can guide me to some inner city team or something where I can start, because I never done it really in my life. Like I said, the thing in elementary was not like track; it was just running. It was running. Exactly. So yeah, I contact the coach, and he's like the nicest person ever. He talks to me, and he's like, first of all, he told me I was right, how they dealt with like my concussion and stuff. He was
wasn't
like
the right way.
Yeah, he told me like for sure they're just protecting themselves, and he felt really bad for me and whatnot. And he told me he had a great experience with soccer players in the past. One girl was literally from the soccer team and came. She was super good, and like in his mind, you've already been a high level athlete.
Yeah.
You have the mind for it, the determination,
the discipline, and all
so
that.
he's not worried about it. And he's like, yeah, come on. And I was like, I just wanted some advice. I didn't think he'd just take me on the team like that, and he did. And it was super good. I mean, it was hard starting a new sport, not knowing anyone, whatever. You always think track and field is an individual sport, but honestly, I learned that it's literally more of a
team sport.
Than soccer. I always felt soccer, there's especially when you play high level, so much competition. Yeah. Like, it's so stressful and whatnot. And in track, everyone wants you just to beat your personal
to do your best
record. It's great, and I think it's also great because it's a mix of guys and girls. It relieves the pressure. Like all girls, one team. It's hard. It's always been hard since I was little. It's always been hard, but yeah, I go in there first. So I started that was like September 2019, I think, and then in the winter we had a training camp in Florida. Okay. And it was so fun. We were just like one big house, and everyone was in it. It was so fun. Like I didn't know anything of the sport, and they just took me in, and I learned so much. Cool. It was really fun. Like,
I didn't know this part, but yeah, it's very interesting. Nice.
I really found out that it was more of a team sport than I'd ever thought it was. Like, it was amazing. They're so nice. And not just like your team, but the whole track community. When you go to meets, everyone knows each other, everyone likes each other, everyone's fun. There are obviously like a few people here and there that are super competitive, whatnot, but most people aren't competitive, and they yes, of course they want to do
But
as
they
good as
wanna
they
beat
can.
their
They want to
personal
beat them.
best,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
But you
It's
said,
not
nice.
comparing each other. It's not,
Very cool.
So I loved it. I didn't 3 years. Unfortunately, one of those years was COVID, so no
Exactly.
meets.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot. I thought as a soccer player that I knew how to run relatively well, but
And fast, yeah.
but I'll tell you that it humbled me. Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
definitely humbled me. I run differently than I ran before for sure. I learned a lot. I got better, but I think my biggest frustration is that I didn't start earlier.
Younger.
Yeah,
Okay,
younger.
Okay.
It's hard to start a sport at a relatively competitive level and not be as good as you think you could have been if you just
Some
had
people
a
have
few
been doing
years.
it for 15
Yeah.
years or something, 20
Yeah.
years, and you're starting off, so it's hard. And now you go through that. Now there's COVID. Obviously, it's harder. But then something happens where we meet.
Yeah,
How come? Why did we meet?
we met
We met. Yeah.
because I decided that I want to become a personal trainer.
Look at that. This was the highlight of I don't know what month that was, but it was the highlight there because as people know, I mention often that it's become the hardest thing to get good trainers and people who are passionate about it and are empathetic to the clients. So you've shown all these things so far, and what made you decide that you wanted to be a personal trainer?
I think I've always had it in the back of my mind that I wanted to make sports a part of my life permanently, not just doing sports, but
When I was young, I was pretty good at this, and you always hear that all the time.
yeah,
and then
exactly. But I want it to be something that's there for my whole life, but I wasn't prepared necessarily to go, I don't know, in physiotherapy or whatnot. That didn't it wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't passionate about that. I studied biology, whatnot, so that interests me more. But I always wanted something, but I never had time to really become a personal trainer. But that was always a thing in the back of my mind. And finally, this semester I had a break from school, and I thought that was it. Well,
Let's go.
it was the perfect opportunity because my dad told me about you.
Yeah, your dad's my pharmacist. Is one of the nicest guys ever, nicest pharmacists I've ever met, and really a good guy. And he mentioned you a few times before, but more as bragging there, saying saying my daughter's
Sounds like my dad.
my daughter's a high level athlete and all of that, and then it came more into, could you do something for her, and then would you like to meet her and maybe talk, I think you met Melissa before me, about a possibility of you guys working together, and we jumped on the occasion because who would not want a high level athlete, super fun to be around, and that from what I've seen so far has a passion and wants to get better at this too. So it was very good. I was very happy. I knew I did the right thing by going to the small pharmacy and not the big Jean Coutu across. And I keep going because, like I said, love that guy. He's been very nice to us. So now you have these three so far. You're pretty young. You said you're 24?
4.
Yeah. So you had already these 3 big steps, where it was soccer, then track and field, then now personal training, and who knows in the future. So now I'm gonna try to sign you up for a 10-year contract here. What do you see yourself when it comes to fitness? You wanna train people for a while? Do you wanna you're getting certified now? Or what's your goal in it?
Well, yeah, definitely for as long as I can. I would like the personal training to be a thing that follows me during my whole life. I think for now, my motivation is mostly I'd like to train people that are beginners, but not just not any beginners, but people that don't like training at the gym. I feel like I've met a lot of people around me that are just I want to work out, I want to stay healthy, but I just hate going to the gym and whatnot. So that motivates me. I would like to get someone to like it.
Yeah,
that's what I'd like to do.
Family members that you think? I'm not talking about your dad, by the way. now he's gonna think I'm talking about him. No. No, but I'm saying like because you seem that like you personally want to get somebody out and get to work out.
I can't mention that person.
Okay. Get us both in trouble. Is that what's going on?
Nah, just me.
Just you. Okay, so you're good. Oh, okay, yeah, I get where you're going. Well, good luck with that. So that's a very good motivation. Now we've established that you've had a soccer career, a very good one, although it didn't end the way you want it. Is this you closing the door forever? Do you ever go play with some friends just for fun like that? Maybe don't do headers or something like.
Well, the summers after I couldn't do uni, I did play a bit of like AAA during the summer.
Competitive or just for fun?
AAA is competitive.
Yeah.
So it's like the level below.
Okay.
Below semi-pro.
Okay, so yeah, that's pretty competitive.
Yeah.
And no injuries there. You were good.
No, I was good. That was fun. Yeah. But I was also doing track. Like I was doing both at the same time. Kind of became too much, and I wanted to focus on track because I wanted to get better at that. So I didn't do much soccer after that.
Okay.
Probably now, I think I will probably sign up to like some stupid like little soccer league for fun.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Let's hope they don't hear this. But yeah, some like league like for fun or something like that. What about track?
Track, I had a great time. I learned a lot. But it was hard at the end with COVID and school and just not performing like I wanted to. I got sick a lot, and that's what's really hard with track is like soccer, man. I had a bad day, like I could still be good, or like I have an injury, like I come back, I'm still pretty good, like
punch a girl to the back like that girl that we saw in the videos before.
And like you play a game, you mess up once, but you do like 10 good things. It's like it's stressful, but you don't know real stress until you do track or like an individual sport. But I would say track, like sprinting and whatnot, where you have like a second, like
one mistake and that's it. Your
you
race
could
is gone,
just not be doing well that split second, and like that's it.
Okay.
So you can be feeling good all week, like doing great, feeling great that one day, and then just mess up that one race, and
that's it.
That's it. Yeah. So, and then I was getting sick, so every time like I had to restart. Honestly, like it's not the same thing as soccer. Like, I don't find, maybe someone who's done it since they're like too sure, but like I don't find that this was like the riding bicycle.
Okay.
Soccer felt like that. I'd be injured, come back, I knew what I was doing. This like you lose your cardio really quickly. You gotta restart, and then. I was doing well before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And then like we had another lockdown, training from home, like training alone.
Yeah.
And then I got sick again. It was just like a one thing after the other, and I had to like restart when I came back, and I was just performing like shit at the meets, and it was just so hard. And you have school, like it was too hard. It's like a vicious cycle. And
so you've now you're leaving that aside?
I'm leaving that aside. But one thing that I really liked about track, and that is like continuing now, is the training like at the gym and stuff. Compared to soccer, I thought uni soccer would be super serious at the training at the gym, but it was so bad. The girls saw it as like punishment, and it was these like really super basic easy trainings, and I was already by that time a bit more advanced than that, so I thought it was boring, but I was excited to get there because I was like, oh, it's going to be intense, but it wasn't. When I started track, like seeing as like muscle conditioning in track is really like it can really affect your performance, right? So people take it super seriously. Everyone was there working hard, and I mean your training only affects your performance, right? So you motivate yourself. Like you can't depend on a team or whatnot. You really gotta work to get better. So everyone was super motivated. That was really fun, and that's what I'm continuing now. I really like training at the gym.
So you keep that mindset.
Yeah. So the track part, I wasn't sure at first if I was gonna continue or not, but I think now I'd like to focus on the personal training and
Yeah.
Just training at the gym,
There
getting
you
as
go.
strong as I can,
Hey, and I can't not be happy about that. So that was a great final answer to close that part. But your testing is not over. I'm gonna have you test. Once you're gonna take that test, that personal training test, you're gonna pass it, like ace it like this, because this is a real test. This is the hard one. It's not only gonna involve personal training, but it's gonna involve all three of your careers so far. Here's how it works. It's based on the game Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So I'm gonna ask you 10 questions. Every time you get one wrong, you get a pick from the joke jar and give us one of those nice jokes. I warn you in advance, some of them are spicy, some of them are sexist, racist. It's horrible. Don't get it wrong. Of course, I'm joking. If you get 5 right, I'm going to give you 3 of the protein bars that we have here. You'll love them. They're chocolate. They're delicious.
Assumed you just give them to me for free, but that's fine.
You got to get the
Whatever,
questions right. If you get 8 out of 10 right, whatever new DNA gear that we're working on that we'll get soon, you get a free shirt, pants, whatever we get. If you get 10 for 10, which would be awesome, you get Dimitri for your own personal slave for a week. He will clean your house.
I cook. I clean.
He cooks. He clean. He's a fantastic man.
You walk
by
my
the way.
dog?
Walk
Yeah,
your dog.
I own a dog. I
You
walk
own a
dogs.
dog, yeah.
What else do I do?
Well, if you ever want to shoot videos, he's great
Do
at
that,
it.
Shoot videos.
Anything you can think of, there you go. So, you'll get his services. He'll be glad to do it. And, so right now he's thinking, I hope she doesn't get 10 for 10.
Right now I'm thinking, how am I going to explain this to my wife?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. 10 questions. Every time you mess up, where's the paper? Right here. They're bad, Chiara. Don't mess up. Okay, so how many yellow cards can a player get before being sent out of the game?
The game, too.
That is the right answer. We should have like a button that goes like
Wow.
10.
Like,
I'll go like this for now.
All right, before you go to the second thing, wait. You're gay.
What the-
Not that one. Remember we did that? I totally forgot we did that. We have.
Oh my God. You have to leave that in. You have to leave that in.
Forgot we did that.
Why are you involving me in this? That's your voice. You were by yourself. I don't know what you do with this equipment. I
that's
don't understand.
actually the button?
Yeah, look.
It just sounded...
Because we were fucking around one time, and then I discovered that
You
you
keep
can.
saying we. I had nothing to do with this.
Look, there's sound effects, right? Like little sound
there you
effects.
go.
But you can pre-record your
Your
own
thing.
sound effects. So I was like,
Okay, put it.
so I was
What?
like, you're gay.
All right, so that's a good intro.
Wait.
Or somebody with a right
If
answer.
I make a mistake.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, okay.
All right,
Okay,
all right.
wait, and let's find one for the wrong one. No?
There you go.
All right?
All right, so you can cheer her on because she got 2 yellow cards before a player here gets sent out. Is that the same for women? Women are more
Yes.
emotional. I don't know. All right. Without any stoppage time or penalty kicks, what's the maximum time a soccer game can last?
90 minutes.
Wrong answer.
Without stoppage time and penalties.
Yeah.
Like overtime, you mean?
No, stoppage time is after 90. They add like
Yeah.
4 or 5 minutes. We
Yeah.
don't count that because you cannot determine that. But then you have overtime. That's
Okay,
that's
that's
set
30
for
minutes.
30 minutes. So what is the
Okay,
answer?
so 90 plus 30 is an hour and 20 minutes?
Yes, there you go. You
You're
didn't
gay. I'll stop.
But you gotta.
We have to hear the joke.
You're 1 for 2, Chiara. Ooh, I didn't.
And that was the right answer. Come on.
That was
I'm just-
I didn't understand your question.
Do you don't have an extra bonus one? Maybe she can like climb back.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll figure.
Not that I want
to
to cook for a week, but I just.
This guy really wants it to happen. So we're waiting.
Okay. Do you know the phrase "one man's trash is another man's treasure"?
Yes.
Wonderful saying. Horrible way to find out that you were adopted.
Don't put him back in. Just put him to the side. All right. For anybody who's gotten adopted, they just hate us now. But let's go for question number
Now's a good
3.
time to say I was adopted.
Oh, you were?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
You got me there. Funny enough, I didn't feel bad at all. You know why?
I actually believed it. Did you see her face?
No,
I actually believed it a little bit.
She's like, no, but I know her dad, and there's similarities.
You can't.
there.
Yeah, you can't miss it.
You can't say that. No, that's not his daughter. Okay, way to screw up a soccer question, Chiara. How many substitutions are allowed per team? How many player substitutions?
You would ask that question. But what do you mean? Like how many times
Right
they
now
can
in
change?
the World Cup, yeah. How many players can I send out to switch? Ooh.
I thought this
I'll
was,
give you the answer.
Yeah, you said it was multiple
Yeah,
choice.
multiple. Well, you go and answer right away. So A, 1, B, 3, C, 5,
5.
and D, unlimited.
5. 5. 3.
Final answer? Oh, yeah, and I forgot to give you these choices. You can ask the crowd, which is Dimitri, or you can or you can do 50-50. That's really like, you're too young for this, but what was the game that I said?
Who wants to be?
Who wants to be a millionaire? That's how it's played.
Oh, it was call a friend.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, we're not
50-50.
gonna
I'll call my
somebody
dad. I'll call my dad.
at 11 at night. He's gonna get yelled at. So you can ask the crowd, which is Dimitri, or you can ask me to remove 2 answers, but only once. So if you ask Dimitri, he can help you, and he doesn't know.
It's 3.
Final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
Wrong answer.
It was 5. It was 5.
It's a bit of a trick question because this is the first World Cup that it's 5. It used to always be 3.
Oh, come on! No.
Oh, thanks, bro.
No.
Joke, Chiara. Let's go for it. Let's have some fun. I even said today's World Cup. Well, today.
Basically, there was no chance. There was no chance that was gonna happen. I'm so happy, Daddy. I was never gonna be a slave.
My husband and I have reached the difficult decision that we do not want children. If anybody does, please just send me your contact details and we can drop them off tomorrow. Not even gonna laugh. It's not even funny. Come on. Who wrote these?
What's with the adoption jokes, bro?
Yeah, Jesus.
I have 2 kids. They get annoying. So, next. Okay, what country has the most World Cup championships wins of all time? So, we have A, Italy.
Okay, there's choices.
B, Brazil. C, France. D, Germany. This is the hardest question, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna
A, Italy. B, Brazil. C,
Okay,
France.
I'll do the remove 2 questions.
All right. Two answers?
2 answers, yeah.
Okay, so we will remove C and D, which is France and Germany.
And it's remaining is Italy and Brazil.
Yeah.
Oof.
Those are the 2 hardest.
Exactly.
Yes, I was gonna. Oh shoot. Italy.
Wrong answer.
I had to go for my team.
Don't answer with the heart. Let's go for a better joke, Chiara. Man, we're 1 for 4 here.
Okay, I just want to say that you're fucking me. The changes one and the which one? The 90-minute one. That I got the 90-minute one.
You know, we'll ask that. We'll ask the fans. So, what's the joke?
I joined the gym and said to the trainer, "I want to impress beautiful girls. Which machine should I use?" He said, "Try the ATM outside."
That's not bad.
They're so cringe.
That's why I said you better get the answers right. All right, who is the greatest goal scorer in FIFA World Cup history? Obviously, men, because you know.
I literally should know this. It's
For,
Ronaldo. It's Ronaldo. It's Ronaldo. In FIFA history or in just
World
ever?
Cup. Just
World Cup.
So, A. Miroslav Klose. B. Lionel Messi. C. Cristiano Ronaldo. D. Diego Maradona. I wouldn't ask Dimitri.
For the record, I would have picked Brazil.
Oh, there you go. Could have saved you a bad joke. So, yeah.
The guy that I don't know his name. That I don't know.
So, A. Miroslav Klose. B. Lionel Messi. C. Cristiano Ronaldo. D. Diego Maradona.
I know Ronaldo is the top scorer ever.
In the World Cup history.
I know. World Cup history. Come on. Fine, let's go for Maradona.
Wrong answer. It is Miroslav Klose. You were right to, if it's a guy you don't know the name, that's probably the guy. He's a German player. I used to hate him because I didn't like German.
I'm sure you put him just to fuck with me.
No, it's the right answer. What do you want? So, joke. Should have put more shots there or something.
Today I asked my phone, Siri, why am I still single? Sounds like you. And it activated the front camera.
I was for last.
All right. Where am I?
I hate losing, by the way. I don't know how this is
I can
gonna
see
end.
this.
She's gonna body slam you, bro.
That's why the last questions are from the Dimitri, so I'll just bounce. Which one of these is not considered an anaerobic exercise? This is now training stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A. Weightlifting. B. Sprinting. C. Cross-country skiing. D. HIIT, as in high intensity interval training.
Not an
anaerobic exercise.
So sprinting, skiing,
Cross-country skiing.
cross-country skiing.
Very important difference.
Yeah, and
Weightlifting and HIIT, high intensity.
cross-country skiing.
Final answer?
So we have weightlifting. I forgot.
Cross-country skiing.
Cross-country.
High intensity interval training.
So and the question is, which one is an aerobic exercise?
Is an anaerobic, so it would be aerobic, yes.
Cross-country.
Right answer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I just looked it up. Oops.
An anaerobic exercise is something like short bursts,
Intense.
a lot of power. You ignorant.
I'm not testing for the thing.
Okay, who is the only Canadian Olympic gold medalist at the Olympics in the 100-meter race or sprint?
André Degrasse.
You don't want to listen to the answers?
Okay, go.
Because that's not the right answer. A. Bruni Surin.
Wait, so what's the question? Repeat the question.
So the only man to have won the gold medal in the Olympics.
Oh no, I know who it is. Go. It's not
Okay.
André Degrasse. He didn't win, but I know who it is.
Bruni Surin. A. Bruni Surin. B. Ben Johnson. C. Donovan Bailey. D. Andre Degrasse.
Donovan Bailey. No?
It's a right answer. There you go. So you get the protein balls? Is that 3 right? Yes.
Yeah.
So you get the first prize. You can still get a shirt because there's 2.
I only know this because at the Olympics they did like a little documentary thingy with, and apparently at that final like there was like 3 false starts. It was like super intense.
I remember watching it. I've never been so proud to be a Canadian, especially after because it's known in the Olympics the fastest man alive is always the guy that wins the 100-meter run. Race. So, but the Americans had this guy named Michael Johnson who was destroying all records at the 200-meter. And they started saying, "Oh, we don't really know, like because like if Michael Johnson would run if he prepare for the 100 meter
he
race,
would.
he would have won. And like, Americans won it all there, especially the fastest man in the world, something to brag about. So Donovan Bailey and the Canadian team said, okay, let's have a race. We'll in the middle, 150. Let's see who wins. And they did. They rented out a stadium, and they did. And Donovan Bailey destroyed him. The other guy got injured trying so hard. So and yeah, it was like it was really, really a proud moment. So yeah. So you're doing good with track. Soccer was yeah. Next question: how many events are in the decathlon? Dimitri
10.
can help you with this. A 5, B 10, C 15, D
10.
none. The decathlon does not exist.
Oh. No, it's
Dimitri
10. 10.
you could help her with this
Wait.
if ever she needed.
Wait. How many questions left?
1, 2, 3. Well, including that one.
You got me with the it doesn't exist.
It doesn't. The decathlon doesn't exist.
Does it exist? It for sure exists. I'm. Ugh. 10. Whatever. 10.
10 final answer.
Yeah, 10 final answer.
Good answer.
Okay.
Dimitri could
I
have
knew it
helped you
exists.
because deca means
I knew it was
10.
10, but I didn't know if I was like, is it there's there's hepta?
that's the 5 one.
No, that's 7.
7.
7, yeah.
What's the 5?
Pent.
It was Penda.
Penta.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Penda is 5.
So I was like, is there a 10? There's a 10.
All right, back to soccer since you did so well before. We're gonna female soccer player now. Which female soccer player has the most international goals of all
Sinclair.
time? You don't want to listen to
No, I'm
the
100%
answer?
sure.
Wow, look at that. You see how she came back? I'll give you one last chance.
Because
of-
now
of
it's
changing.
women's soccer. That's
Yeah.
why.
A. Amy Wambach, which you know for sure. B. Mia Hamm. C. Haley Wickenheiser. And D. Kristen Sinclair.
Sinclair.
Okay, there you go. Good answer.
She has the most all-time goals like ever. More than men, I think.
Do you have any idea who Haley Wickenheiser is?
No, I'll probably recognize her face. I don't
No,
know.
but it's hockey.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so you would have been.
So no.
No. All right, then the last question. You got 4 out of
9.
9, so you can still get some free gear. Who won the Euro Cup in 2004? A. France. B. Germany. C. Brazil. D. Greece. You can't look at him if you
I'm
want
asking the
if you
crowd.
wanna-
I'm asking the crowd. It's my last question.
Yeah, D for sure. Greece is D, right?
Greece is D.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
just saying that because you are Greek, no?
That's
No, you're
You know-
supposed to actually help me. You're not supposed
This is the best help I can provide you.
You know how Greek people are. They're so proud of themselves.
All right, okay.
So the crowd didn't help you at all, right? You don't trust the crowd is what's happening.
Okay, 2004. Where was the 2004 FIFA? Am I allowed to know this?
Yes, it was in Greece.
Oh, you said it?
No.
No, you
I'm
just
telling
said
you.
It was in Greece, right?
It was in Greece.
Yeah.
No way Greece won in their home country. There's no way.
Wait, no, I wasn't in Greece. The Euro Cup was in Greece?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
We'd still be hearing about this if that happened.
What are you saying about Greek people here? Come on, they already hate me.
Do you have any Greek friends? Do you have any... No, answer the question. Do you have any Greek friends? Do you have any Greek friends? So
I
how
used
would you
to
be
in high
hearing about it?
I used to in high
You-
school.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we got Greece.
France, A France, B Germany, C Brazil, D Greece.
Yeah, it's definitely Greece for sure. Well, as the crowd.
The crowd.
It's
I
saying
don't
Greece.
know. The crowd says Greece. You
Okay,
can't
2004 is like 8 years ago.
20.
8 years ago.
2000
What? 18 years ago.
18. Holy shit. 18 years ago, I was what, 6?
6. So you wouldn't remember, right? Maybe you should trust the crowd. The older crowd. That's 34.
I don't know. You decide if you trust the crowd or not, or you want to go for one of the other teams. A, France. B, Germany. C, Brazil. D, Greece.
Greece, whatever. I'll choose
D?
the crowd. Yeah.
Final answer? That That's a wrong answer.
No, it's not.
The real answer is who gives a damn.
It is Greece, bro, you asshole. And we do still talk about it.
It is Greece. Oh, this was fantastic. All right, so you do get some free gear thanks to Dimitri. But
fine,
good
man.
on you for not trusting Greeks right away. I love them, but they will tell you. Don't.
Just for the record, if you had said like the 2008 Euro Cup and then Greece was there, I still would have said Greece.
So she was right to like mistrust. All right, so now we have asked because you've led a super interesting life, by the way, at least in sports and fitness as up till now, and fans wanted to ask you some questions. So I will ask Dimitri to ask you these questions because he's the one that takes the. I don't bother with the commoners and the fans.
Just switch. Okay. Give me a second. So based on your experience, would you recommend soccer a good sport for a young kid, boy or girl? And is there any other sport you would recommend for parents to put their kids in when they're young? So like this person, their kids are like between 4 and 6.
For a kid that's between 4 and 6, definitely soccer was a good experience. Just because it's fun and there's it's a team sport, so it's fun to play with people. But I would say that since I started track, I feel like I should have started track younger, and I don't think that there's that many programs for track for younger children, but there should be, because takes a lot of it teaches you a lot, and it's way more of a team sport than I thought. Okay. So I think you can get what you get from soccer, but in track, and you learn to be more disciplined, where I feel like soccer kind of lacked a bit, like, I don't know, I mean, I got bullied a lot in soccer. Like, girls are so mean. Like, there's so much. It's not a real team, I find. But I felt in track that it was a real team, So I would put my kid in track before I'd put my kid in soccer.
That's from your personal experience.
Yeah.
You're not saying soccer sucks.
No. It's I would put obviously when they're young, you put them in like
whatever they like. Yeah,
I put them in both, because just track is good for like everything. Like we said before, it's like overall athleticism. So you teach your kid to do a lot of things.
I didn't want to say it before because it would give the answer to one of the questions. But the greatest athlete in the world is considered the decathlon winner. Because
yes, exactly.
10 disciplines where they're completely different, and he kills at all of them. And it's the way they mark the points is the average of everything. Mm-hmm. So it's not just he throws the javelin really far. So
definitely the most impressive.
Fantastic athletes. Yeah. So it's a good question.
Okay, and then so awesome answer.
What about the headers you said that give you a concussion there? So you put your kid there, but don't head the ball.
Honestly, that's what I tell my kid. Like after like probably my second concussion, I wouldn't do headers anymore. I told when I played in CEGEP and my coach wanted to put me middle defender, I was like I'm not doing headers, by the way. And like that's the girls that do the most headers. They're like they take these big headers like from balls that are coming super far, and I was like, I'm not doing that. And he's like, it's fine. The girl next to me was like super tall and she was doing all of them. But
I don't. Said it was because of the neck.
Muscles? So apparently we have weaker neck muscles. Like they're not so weak, but
weaker muscles in general.
Yes. So every time we do a header, no matter how it is, like if it's a good header, anyways, it's a bit too hard for like our neck.
But what if somebody says, just I'm playing devil's advocate just to, because I would like to put my daughter to play soccer and my son, but what about if they work on their neck strength and like, because there is strengthening exercise for their neck, would that would
help for sure? Definitely. I'd say like don't do stupid headers, like don't put yourself in harm's way.
Like my friend that was kicking the ball 100 miles per hour.
Yeah, like I'll say some girls really like that header could have been avoided. It wouldn't have changed anything in your life, you know?
Okay.
Like I'm not saying a floating ball, like a little header that's fine, a goal, sure, but like just like a straight shot, move your head.
Yeah, move your head.
And most of the times you can control with your chest instead of your head.
Control better, probably.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, awesome. Question number 2. Well, you kind of answered this question, Did soccer help you develop team building skills? And if yes, have you applied those skills to your life in general? But you've kind of alluded to the fact that you got more team skills from track and field, not necessarily from soccer.
Yeah, fuck all our soccer teammates.
No, I played soccer my whole life, so I wouldn't say my team skills are from track. I'd just say that, like, I was under the impression that there was more team bonding and whatnot. But no, I definitely learned a lot from my soccer career. I was captain a lot in my later years, in that it helped me learn, like, leadership and whatnot. So that was cool. No, I definitely, you learn how to, like, live or just be around different people, you know, like, you kind of get an experience, like a beforehand experience, like, it prepares you for life. I would say I learned a lot. I learned how to work with different people. Like, I think with all my soccer years, when I like started working, I had a bit more experience than, like, people that didn't do sports or whatnot. It definitely prepares you for sure.
Awesome. And I got two or three more, because I have some on the other phone. So does winning matter? Should we keep score?
What the fuck kind of question?
Like lately, you hear, like, for younger kids, like, you shouldn't keep score. It's about participating, things like that.
I ground my kids when they lose.
Okay, well, I want to hear her opinion.
Okay,
I already know your opinion.
I think it does, because you need to have a certain aspect of competitiveness. Like, if there's no score, like, one thing that was fine when we were younger is, like, if you're winning, like, 5-0, you cap it at that. Like, I think that's fine.
Yeah, it's like good sportsportsmanship.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Okay, but not keeping score is a bit like, there's no motivation, you know.
Got it.
I think you should still keep scoring.
And then I have my boy. So I have a friend, my boy.
Boy.
He played soccer all his life too. So I told him about that. Shout out to Clinton D'Souza. I just wanted to see
Portuguese.
Actually, he's Indian.
D'Souza. Yeah. Okay, let's not get into that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. Question. What would be the most? Okay. Similar question. What is the most valuable thing you learned from playing soccer that you can now apply to your professional career? So leadership. Was there anything else?
So leadership is the top thing, I think. And then I think gaining confidence. I think when I was younger, it was hard. And then I obviously I had to find the right coach. But when I started high school, that was the first time, like, a coach kind of recognized my talent or my skills and whatnot. And I kind of just needed a nudge. And then from there, I kind of started gaining confidence. So I think it's just how to be more confident and working hard too, of course, you know.
Awesome. And why should young girls get into playing soccer? He has a young daughter, so maybe that's why it's coming.
Why should young girls? I mean, it's fun. It's fun. It's such a popular sport. You know, everyone plays it. It takes skills. It's not track, but it definitely requires a lot of athleticism. The top soccer player, just professional soccer players are really good athletes as well. Like, they're well-rounded athletes for sure.
I think they're the most cardiovascularly strong athletes in the world, right?
Something like
players,
that.
I think so.
I think I read something like that where just like, they're amazing athletes for sure. It takes a lot of skill in all things. So you learn a lot. Like, you learn the things like that I just mentioned, like being with a team, leadership, gain confidence in yourself. I think a lot of these things are also just in all sports. You learn this, soccer's a great sport because a lot of people play and a lot of different kinds of people, and it's always going to be there. And it's a fun sport to play also later in your life, like at a non-competitive level, just to be with friends and whatnot.
Just a skill. You just pick up a ball and just kick it around type of thing.
And it's a very affordable sport, I think so too.
That's a very good point.
We're in Montreal, Quebec, so we know hockey's king here, but just buying skates and equipment for your son or daughter is like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, if not thousands. And I mean, what do you need? A pair of cleats, some shorts
Yeah.
and a ball, and you're all good. So, yeah, it's probably the reason why it's the most popular, or I think it still is the most popular, or basketball took it over, something like that. But
Yeah.
again, very, very cheap sports to play and fun, really fun.
No, that's a very good point. Yeah.
That's it. Yep, that's it for the
That's
question.
it for the question.
The fourth question was exactly the same that the other person texted. Like, how does soccer influence your life? I think you pretty laid it out pretty well.
So you didn't do your research right, is what you're saying.
Why did I do my research right?
Well, I checked the question. If you two same questions, like to give him a hard time. Where else? What else would I do?
Or he thinks he gives me a hard time.
All right. Well, listen, Chiara, this has been a lot of fun. I'm excited for what's coming in the future for you, especially since part of it is at least going to be with us. Oh, who knows where this goes? And I'm hoping that you're all well from your numerous head injuries. Because yeah, I got a concussion when I was 18 years old. I am now 45 years old, and it's something still bother me till this day. Now, is it not part of my personality? But I'm not sure. Some things still like affect me, like bright light, a car like braking really like gets me more than annoyed than what normal people. And when I asked the doctor about it, he's after I got a concussion. I got it not playing soccer, not doing anything good, and I didn't take any medication. I didn't did no protocol. I just
Went back,
got
yeah.
up and got home and got into more trouble the next day or something. So it was really not well taken care of. So you can last. So I can only like the bad effects can last for a lifetime. That's with one. I can only imagine with four now, like, or maybe five because of that counter dive that you did. So, anyways, I hope that you're all good. You seem like if you would have never told me, I would have never guessed. And you passed your test here. That was probably the hardest test you had to pass. Soccer questions weren't that great, but you know.
Ask the viewers.
Yeah. So that's it. So now you're gonna become a trainer. Obviously, if people want to reach out to you, ask you questions, book sessions with you, they can always go into info@dnafit.ca. I think that we'll put a link because I'm never sure. Do you have anything else? Last words? Something you want to say?
No, I think I just want to thank you, and I'm excited to get this.
To start this journey
Yeah.
now. Yes, there you go. So thank you to our listeners again, and stay tuned for more. Obviously, I'm having way too much fun doing this, so I'm going to keep doing it. Dimitri too seems to be enjoying himself, but he's replaceable, so worst comes to worst. Guys, thank you for joining us again. The lovely Chiara, thanks, and Dimitri, thanks, and let me go take care of my family. Yes. Thanks,
Peace.
guys. Woo. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more content, click right here for another exciting episode right here. If you want to get in shape, sign up for our online fitness app using the link in the description. Finally, help support us by liking and subscribing. And if you don't want to do none of that, well, at least keep making it happen.